So the other day I filmed a video and somebody was asking, so even with all the, things you people are saying about Canada, it is too cold, they are charging this one too much, they're charging that one too much, this one is this one is that. Why are you people still in Canada? Why have you not packed your bags and gone back to your country? And I was like, sure, I'm gonna make a video to talk about one of the reasons we have not left Canada. One of the reasons we are not planning to leave Canada, and that's what today's video is all about. Welcome to the channel. My name is Christy. If you are new here, if you are seeing this pretty face for the first time, thanks for tuning in to watch. Thanks for being here. It's a fun place to be. You should consider clicking the subscribe button. I hope you like this video and it makes you click the subscribe button. If you are a returning Team Spurs, thanks for being here. Team Spurs. Thanks for being here. You're amazing. Thanks for coming back all the time. Thanks for tuning to watch. Thanks for clicking to watch. You're amazing. Thank you. So today we are going to be talking about the financial benefits in Canada. Yeah. And from where I started from, that's one of the reasons you have not left. This is one of the things we don't get to enjoy in the country where we are coming from. And when we think of the code and we think of the other parts, are like, let me just stay, I am okay where I am. I am just fine here. So today I'll be talking about financial benefits you can access as a permanent resident and sometimes even also as a student, depending on meeting some conditions. So today that's what we'll be talking about. And the first I'll be talking about today is the childcare benefit. This one, guys, even before we got to Canada, I'm sure even people that are not here yet, that have not even watched, yeah, when I heard about childcare benefits, like abroad, I was not, I was not watching YouTube videos like that. So I don't know how I got to know it, but I knew somehow from hearsay. Somebody say once or this person say, I knew that there was something called childcare benefits. Maybe I didn't know it as that name, but I knew that you get paid monthly, you know, for taking care of your children or something like that. And I was like, eh. So childcare benefits is the first I'll be talking about. And childcare benefits is basically an amount that the government pays anyone that has a child. Yeah, anyone that has a child, zero, like 1 day old to 18 years of age. And this amount is paid monthly into in most cases the mother's account. And this is because they believe that it is the mother that gives the care. They are right? It is the mother that gives the care to the child, and this amount is paid into the mother's account in most cases. I remember that when we fill the form for childcare benefits, because we didn't know, we just imputed it was even my husband that filled the form and he used his own details. But then the application was returned to say, no, put the details of the mother of the children, except she's not here, except for some reason she's not, living with you people, except you are the primary caregiver. Then that's the only way the father can be the one to take the benefit, like that will get the benefit paid into their account. But if there is a mother that is present, there it is assumed she is the primary caregiver and she gets that funds into her account every month without fail. Like it is like every month it comes in. And all you need to do when you come in is to fill the form and submit. You can fill this form online, or you can, print out the form and send as a mail to it is regulated by CRA. So you send the mail to, even on the form, you find details of where to send the form to, if you're going to be sending like physical copies through the mail. And if you are coming to Canada, the advisable thing to do is to complete this form as soon as you can, because there's no what arrears. There's no arrears payments. You only get considered for this payments from when you feel like you submit the form. It is not considered how long you've been in the country. It is considered from when you fill the form. So it is advisable that as soon as you are able to, if possible in the first week of your landing, fill the form and submit. And what happened usually, I don't know if it's the same thing that still happens, but what happened for us was the form the form was processed and it took about 3 months for us to start getting paid. So that's one of the reasons you need to fill the form like as soon as you can. It took about 3 months, but we got the payment for the 3 months at once into the account. So it was like the processing and all that took some time, but we got the payment from when we submitted the form. So submit the form as soon as you can. So childcare benefits is a non-taxable, so it is not an income that gets taxed. It is just what you are supposed to get. It's what comes into your account. It's a non-taxable um, funds, a non-taxable income that comes from the government, and it is dependent on how many children you have and their ages. So the older the children, the less you get, and as time goes on, the more income you also get, the less you get for childcare benefits, because it is designed in a way that it is designed in such a way that low income earners are able to get as much as they can in order to take care of their kids, in order to care for their children. So if you are earning more, you are getting less childcare benefits. That's not a cost. It is just we want to earn more, because at the end of the day, childcare benefits is not enough. It's not like enough to sustain a family. So you want to earn more. So even if childcare benefit reduces, it is a blessing to earn more, right? Childcare benefits is immediately available to permanent residents and citizens. Citizens, yeah, permanent. If you are coming in as a permanent resident, childcare benefit you can access it immediately. But for people that are coming in as students, you need to have stayed in the country for at least 18 months before you can access, childcare benefits. So if you have been in the country for 18 months and for some reason maybe your course is your course of study is more than 18 months, but the moment you've stayed in the country for 18 months, from 18 months and above, you can fill up the form and submit. You can request to be able to access childcare benefit. That is, if you come into the country with your child, or maybe along the way, you fell pregnant and now you have a child. As the moment you are 18 months in the country as a student, you can also access childcare benefits. Next financial benefit I'll be talking about is the GST HST credits. So GST is the goods and services tax, and the HST is the harmonized service tax. And this benefit actually is GST is like the tax that is taken off your purchases, like anytime. So it's like tax, yes. That's one of the reasons is a tax. Oh gosh, tax. So for everything you buy, for not everything, there are some food items that do not have taxes taken off them, but for most of the things we buy, like 98% of the things we buy, has tax on it. And it's 11% in Saskatchewan. I'll get the info for other provinces and put it across the screen. I hope I'm able to get it like in one sheet, and just put it on my screen so you can see what the tax. It differs for different provinces. Taxes differ for different provinces. It's not the same across Canada. So for us, we in Saskatchewan we pay 5% GST. Last I saw, it's 5% across Canada. It is like it cuts across the country. It's 5% on GST. But for some provinces, they use, for example, Saskatchewan use PST, that's provincial sales tax, and it's 6% for us here in Saskatchewan. And there are also other provinces that uses harmonized service tax. So for these people, they might not break it down to say, okay, so this one is GST, or this one is HST, or this one is GST, or this one is PST. So what they use is HST harmonized. So it's just one, So for Saskatchewan residents, when we go grocery shopping or something, on our receipts, we see two lines of taxes. There's a GST and there's a PST. But for some provinces, it's just the HST, like it's just together, harmonized. It's just one tax that is taken off. It's not segregated. Say this one is the GST and this one is the. So what this government does is, quarterly they just review and say, this person, based on their income, they have paid too much taxes on what they purchased. So they credit us, quarterly. So quarterly we get this payment, quarterly. And so this quarterly means by January, April, July, and October, it's the beginning of each quarter. They review what you've paid for HST, PSC, GST, all the TTTs, STs, in the last quarter, and just credit you something by the beginning of each quarter. So it's just the government saying that, okay, for this person. And I don't think there's anybody that they said there's everybody gets this income, no matter, even if sometimes it's reduces, because it's still based on your income. The more you earn, the less of these things you get, which I don't understand, because the more you earn, the more things you're buying. But all these are designed just so that, the people that are earning less have more to cater for their needs until they're able to find their feet. Government that works, right? So this income comes in every quarter, and it is also linked. You don't need to fill a separate form for your HST or GST. It is linked to, once you yeah, if you're a family that have children, once you fill this childcare benefit form, you are automatically, like registered, so to say, for the HST, for the GST HST credit. So if you have children, all you need to do is fill your childcare benefit form, and you're automatically, enrolled to receive HST, GST, HST. And if you don't have kids, like a single person, or you're not single, you don't have kids, there's also a form to fill in order to be eligible to receive the GST, HST credit. This is also a non-taxable income that is paid by the government every quarter into your account. And of course, the same way as the childcare benefit, this is also regulated by CRA, and it is also paid into the mother of the family's account. And like I said earlier, as with childcare benefits, HST, GST, HST credit also reduces as your income increases. So this one, recently we just got, a lot in our account, and we're wondering, what's happening again? Did the government make more money? So this one is called Climate Action Incentive Payment, or something like that. Let me confirm. So yeah, it is Climate Action Incentive Account. And from what I read on Google, let me read to you why we get this payment. All up. So Climate Action Incentive Payment is a tax-free benefit to help offset the cost of federal pollution pricing. Please tell me, what does that mean? I don't know. Federal federal pollution federal pollution pricing. I don't know what it means, but I am getting the money. And I think for my family, I think we got $300. This is also paid quarterly. Climate action incentive payment is also paid quarterly, and it also depends on your family size, number of kids. This is also linked to childcare benefit form. Once you fill this part, and the thing is, whatever you fill in a place gets fed to other agencies. So most times, all you need to do is just fill a form somewhere, and other government agencies get your information and all that. Just by your SIN, your social insurance number is like, it's that SIN carries all the information all these agencies need. And most times when you fill documents that has to do with getting benefit from the government, most like, you definitely need to put your social insurance number. And then, so just filling, for example, we didn't have to apply specially for this climate change incentive. We didn't have to apply, we just got the credit, because we already filled that form for childcare benefits. That settles all these other benefits. There are some benefits that you actually have to, I'm going to get there. There are some benefits that you actually have to apply for, apart from filling the form for childcare benefit. But so far I've mentioned three, and all is linked to one form, which is the childcare benefit form. And in case you don't have kids, there's also one form you need to fill, and you get access to the GST, HST, and you also have access to the climate change incentive program. This is also a quarterly payment that is also tax-free, and they said it is to offset the cost of federal pollution pricing. Don't ask me what it means, because I don't know. I don't understand it. So right now, for climate change incentive payments, there are only 4 provinces in Canada that are, getting these payments, and that's Saskatchewan, one reason to come to Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, and Alberta. Those four provinces are the ones that are, getting paid for the climate change incentive program at the moment. From what I read, by July 2023, other provinces, not all other provinces will be joining, and the provinces that will be added to this payments is Nova Scotia, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Prince Edward Island. So by July of this year, these three other provinces will be added to receiving these payments. I'm not sure when the other provinces will join, but right now that's information I have about climate change incentive payments. The four provinces receiving it right now: Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Alberta, and Ontario. And by July of 2023, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Prince Edward Island will also start receiving this payment. Like I said earlier, it is a quarterly payment and it is tax-free. So this climate change incentive program is different for provinces. It is different across provinces. I'll see if I can also get the information, like the payment for each province, if I can get it on one, page that I can fit into the screen. If not, just know that it is different. Whatever this province is receiving is not the same as what the other province is receiving. So it is different for each province, and it is also based on your family size. One other benefit I'll be talking about, though this one, I don't know if I'll say it's a benefit, but it is something that, so when talking about this one, I think I'm talking about maternity leave will make it, make more sense. So when we got here, I realized that maternity leave is 1 year. I just kept hearing that you can go for maternity leave for 1 year or 18 months. That's 1.5 years. And I'm like, so somebody will work, give birth, and will not work for 1 year or 1.5 years, and the person will still keep getting payments. I think I want to have a new baby, a Canada baby. But then when I read up about employment insurance, that's the next. I don't know if I will call it a benefit, because I'll tell you why soon. But this is also the reason somebody can go for maternity leave or parental leave for 1 year, for 1.5 years, is because of this employment insurance. And the way it works is, as a new as a new immigrant, you're just coming into the country. One way to be able to access these benefits, let's call it benefits, right? I'll explain to you how it works, in a short while. One way to access this benefit is for you to have worked 20 weeks and with a 30 hours shift per week. So that means 600 hours, right? That's 600. You have to have worked for 600 hours for you to be able to have access to this employment insurance benefit. So the way it works is, when you start working, your employer is expected to pay an amount into your employment insurance, accounts, kind of. Your employer is supposed to, make a contribution to that insurance. So it's like an insurance, it's like premium, like they are paying in premium, and it is a premium paid on your paid on your income. So your employer pays this premium, and you need to have worked for six. It doesn't have to be with the same employer, but you need to have worked for 600 hours. Like I said, your information is stored. Your SIN is enough to give information to the government whenever they need it. So just work for 600 hours, and so if you are coming in and say you're coming in pregnant, for example, even as while you are pregnant, for you to be able to keep earning when you give birth, for you to be able to have something, coming to your account during your parental leave, you need to have worked for 600 hours. And then by the time you give birth, then you can get 55% of what you'll have been earning. So it's not like your full pay. In Nigeria, when we go for maternity leave for 3 months, I don't know whether they do employment insurance in Nigeria, but it is, well, for where I was working, you get your full payment, your full monthly payment every month for 3 months. They try. That now that I'm seeing how these people are able to, go for 1 year, go for 1.5 years, I am deciding, I have, come to the conclusion that Nigeria employers try by giving you 3 months your full salary, and you are not working. They have tried. So you can get 55% of what you will have been earning, depending on how long you want to go for. So if you are going for your parental leave for 1 year, you can access, you can, what will be paid into your account every month is 55% of what you will have been earning, or what you were earning before you went on that leave. And if you are going to be going for 1.5 years, what you'll be earning, what will be coming to your account is 33% of what you will have been earning, because at the end of the day, it is the same amount that you are. It's like ajo, you paid ajo and they are giving you back small small every month. That's the way it works, even though you are not the one that did the ajo. It was. And I don't even know if the employer is supposed to be taking that out of your income. I don't know how the employer makes the contribution, but they're expected to make the contribution, and it is from that contribution that whoever is and this is not just for maternity leave, in case of job losses too. Like there's no, somebody loses their job, they can also access this employment insurance benefits while they are on the lookout for another job. So if you lose your job, there's you also receive 55% of what you will have been earning, and for a maximum of 45 weeks. And God helps us that we don't stay out of job for that long. And even when that runs out, you like, even when you eat the 45 weeks, there's another benefit you can apply for, another recovery benefit or something like that, but we pray not to have to apply for that one. So these are, just stop gaps for when you're not working. You are able to work you, for example, you're on parental leave, you're able to work, but there's no job, like you worked, and for some reason that is not your fault. I think that caveat is also stated on the website. You lose your job for a reason that is not yours. So for example, people that lost their jobs during COVID, or maybe there are no longer, maybe your employer laid you off for a reason not for a fault that is not your own, not that you were drinking on the job or you were high on the job and they sacked you, for a reason that is not your fault. If you lose your job for that reason, you can access employment insurance benefit for 45 weeks, and to a maximum of 45 weeks, and you can have as much as 55% of what you'll have been earning. So this next one I want to talk about is basically for Saskatchewan, and it is called Saskatchewan Income Support. It is actually for low income earners, like maybe you are just came as a permanent resident, for example, and maybe the job you are doing is, maybe for example, is just the wife that is working, the husband is not working yet, husband is the one working, and whatever you are doing is not enough as far as you are concerned to sustain the family. You can apply for this Saskatchewan Income Support. They would, you need to apply for this one. It's not like the other ones that you just get automatically. You need to actually call them up. They'll ask for some documentation, and then they'll access your income and decide, okay, based on your income, based on your family size, this is what you can access, or maybe you're not even eligible to access anything. And under the Saskatchewan Income Support, there are a lot of, different things. There's rent assist, there's disability, kiniko, there are a lot. So one thing I'll do is to put the links that you can use to access some of these things in the description. Yeah, I'll put it in the description so you can go check them out. Even for, Canada as a whole, all the benefits, because it's a lot. Like if we say we should be talking about all the benefits here, 1 hour, 2 hours, we are still here. So these are just a few ones I'll be talking about. I'll put the link to to check all the other things you can access, because it's a lot of things you can access. And all you need to access this benefit, for some of these benefits, like I said, there are some that once you fill a form, other ones comes to you automatically. But there are some other ones that you actually need to, apply for. So I'll put the link to, access this to look at these benefits and see the ones that you need, or the ones that you might keep in case for when you will need it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I was able to answer 1 or 2 questions of yours. Until we see in the next video, have a beautiful life. Bye, guys.